Welcome back to Octane Mobile Gaming. So this is a deck combo that I've been using and it's been quite effective against all the bosses. And this combination consists of one copy of the event card, which I got from the pack. It's got two of the support card for heal and for gem spawning as well. And it's got Ultra Ivor and Primal Garden, which will produce all my power gems. Well, most of my power gems. I'm running 4 creature relic that will actually increase my intensity. I'm also running a light scepter, and that is to aid in recovery, because health is going to be quite important, as we'll endeavor to use one key for as long as possible on the legend bosses, so we can capitalize on our trophy counts. So with one key, we're gonna need to keep our health up, and that's primarily dependent on the light scepter and the 2 support card. And with the 2 support card and the light scepter, my health will relatively stay at 100%. This deck, however, is intensity dependent, so it's primarily depending on intensity and skill point. So when our intensity get up to 340, we'll actually fill the board with power gem 3s. So Primal Guardian will produce power gem 2s, and Ultra Ivor will upgrade those to power gem 3s, or vice versa. Our event card as well produce power gem 1s, so when he produces his power gem 1s, it will actually upgrade the power gem 1s to power gem 4s, but he only produce a certain amount of power gem 4s, so the power gem 4s that will be produced is minute. So as we get up to run about 220, we will be able to activate our battle skill, and the power gems produce will actually produce enough damage output to actually defeat a level 208 legend boss. So it's relatively a powerful deck, and the main damage dealer on this deck is actually the event card. The 2 support card produce quite a bit of damage, but not as much as the event card, because the event card is actually an attacker. So I've swapped my power gems, and as you can see, my event card is producing 13 billion damage. And if we have a look at the total overkill, it's quite a bit. So I've got 2 more combos. This is one of the combos that I've been trying out as well, and this one doesn't use the Ultra Ivor, and I've actually added Blazing Condor. Blazing Condor will increase the intensity quite quickly. I'm actually using the Inventor, and I'm also using only 1 copy of the support card. And with Blazing Condor, you don't need 2 of the support cards, because Blazing Condor actually gives heal as well, and the scepter is well, I haven't got any scepter on this one, so Blazing Condor and the support card will do just fine. The health will drop quite significantly because I haven't got the light scepter on it, but I do recover because I've got 2 healers. So this deck is also intensity dependent, because Primal Guardian will be our main power gem spawner. The Inventor does spawn power gem, but not enough to fill the board, and the event card doesn't spawn enough power gems to fill the board. So primarily dependent on Primal Garden to give us all our power gems needed to actually defeat the boss. I've got other cards that I could throw in, but their skill is a bit different. They are depending on the amount of power gems on the board to produce enough gems. They produce power gems based on the amount of light gems that's on the board, and they only produce a maximum of 8 power gems, which is not enough to produce the type of damage that would need to actually do the overkill against the legend bosses and overkill boss or the ultra kill boss. So as our intensity rises, which it actually rises quite quickly, this is because of Blazing Condor, because Blazing Condor actually destroys gems and heal, and he will produce I think it's for every two non-light gem that's destroyed, it actually increases intensity by 2. So the more non-light gems is destroyed, the more intensity it actually generates, which is quite good, because as you can see, my intensity is almost at 300, and I haven't gone through that much turns. So using Blazing Condor is one way of increasing the intensity quite quickly. But adding Blazing Condor to the deck, you actually lose one of your power gem spawners, which is Ultra Ivor. So you're producing only power gem 2s and not a full board of power gem 3s. But it is effective against your legend bosses and your overkill bosses, but not against ultra kill boss, because the ultra kill boss needs a bit more bang. So we're gonna have a look at just the relics, so runes. So there you go, I've got one more rune, and I've been loaded with so much duplicates. So ultra rare, got so much duplicates. I can still produce 2, I can still craft 2 rune, but I don't really want to use all my dust to craft 2 rune. I'll rather craft only 1 rune. And for the ultra rare, I've actually got so much duplicates that I was able to gather 1,600 dust. That's the amount of duplicates that I got. Actually 4 duplicates, because each rune gives you 400 dust, and as you can see, I've got 1,600. So that was 4 duplicate that I actually got, which is quite depressing a bit, because I actually wanted to create a ultimate form this event, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll just circle with what we have got. So I have got a few more combos. I've got this combo that I use. It's not as powerful, but it's effective. And if you're thinking about power gem spawners, you can use quite a few power gem spawners in your deck, but I find that the ones with the Halloween mechanics work quite good. So you've got Orsang, which you can use if you haven't got any cards, like you can use Daniel as well. You can use quite a few cards just to produce enough power gem. The only problem with Daniel is you have to have gem spawners to actually override the rainbow gems. You can use Apollo on Setting Zone, he's quite good as well. So if you got any power gem spawners, you can add it to your deck and just play around with the synergy. So I've actually added just a list of the species that I spoke about yesterday. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of this list that is coming right up. So as always, like, subscribe, and this is Octane saying peace and have a great day. Bye.